What's good, y'all? Blacksmith here, and today we're here to talk about Sin Help. Serving as Sam Raimi's directorial return to the horror genre since 2009's Drag Me to Hell, Sin Help has had a bunch of hype and coverage around it ever since its first trailer dropped. But the big question is, was it worth all the hype? Let's talk about it. Starring Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien, Sin Help is about an employee and her boss being stranded on an island after a horrific plane crash, while tension builds and rises between them while they try to survive. And while that premise might sound a little basic, I can tell you that there's a whole lot more to it. So let's get into these pros and cons. The first pro I want to talk about, the story and its execution. Now, we've all seen movies about bosses treating their employees badly and then the employees getting a chance at revenge at the boss, but this movie takes that and turns it up to 100. And not just in the horror sense either. At times, this movie felt like a comedy because of its relatability. Because I think it's safe to say we've all had employees and bosses we didn't like at some point in life. Put it like this, you remember that SpongeBob episode about the magic conch shell when Squidward, Patrick, and SpongeBob were trapped on that island and Squidward put distance between himself and SpongeBob and Patrick, so Squidward was over here and SpongeBob and Patrick were over here? Take that story and add the movie's horrible bosses and castaway to it, and you pretty much have this entire movie. It's like watching 3 different types of genres and movies all in one. The next pro I want to talk about, the acting. Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien has such great chemistry on screen, as Dylan O'Brien playing the horrible boss and Rachel McAdams playing the underappreciated, underestimated employee. The next pro I want to talk about, the twists and turns. Now, I easily could have lumped this in with the execution of the story, but I think this deserves its own category because it was so surprising. And as most Sam Raimi films go, you never really know what twists and turns are going to happen and how they're going to happen, but at one moment you're going to be rooting for one character and then the next moment you're going to be rooting against them, and that's what made this movie extremely enjoyable. Admittedly, I don't have a lot of cons for this movie because it was executed so well. But if I did have to say one thing about this movie that I didn't like, it was the usage of CGI. Now, there wasn't a lot of usage of CGI in this movie because it really didn't need it, but the CGI that they did use, it looked very cheap, cheesy, and just unrealistic to the rest of the environment that the movie is set in. In my opinion, for the things they use CGI for, they could have very easily gotten something more realistic involved. So if you have any cons that you think should be added to that list, please put them in the comments. Overall, I really enjoyed this movie. It shows that Sam Raimi is still a force to be reckoned with when it comes to his spot in the director's chair of any horror movie. And Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien deliver career best performances too. Sin Help has a great balance of horror, thriller, and humor in it, and it's just an overall great movie to see. So if you're a horror fan, or even if you're not, I would suggest checking this one out. Thanks for checking out my review. Let me know if you plan on seeing this movie. Let me know if you've already seen it and what you thought about it. Let me know what you thought about my review, and give this video a like and your boy a follow. I truly appreciate it. And until next time, peace.